Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of Renegades React. Today we are going to be looking at the Suicide Squad trailer. But before we get to that, I feel like some introductions are in order. Sitting here in front of this microphone, you are seeing the wondrous mass of humanity known as Nathaniel Hamilton. Sitting next to me, we have the coffee shop Jesus himself, Mr. Micah Addison Salyer.
It's in my true form.
Yes. Not even your final form.
It's not even his final form.
Could you imagine if I went Super Saiyan and all this just went...
Oh, God!
Oh.
You look like Gohan in the hyperbolic time chamber. Or, no, the spirit of the room of spirit and time. Whichever one it is. Yeah. Okay. And then we have on the end the crazy, the epically, amazingly awesome, mad Dr. Tolliver. And sitting behind us we have the ever stoic Caleb Salyer. And
well, I feel like he got the short end of the stick there.
No, okay. And sitting behind us, we have the Punisher, the practitioner, the master of ceremonies, not the great pretender, Mr. Caleb Salyer. So how's that?
That's
better?
Is that better?
That's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better. Okay, so we have the Suicide Squad trailer queued up, and this is going to be a reaction and a rant, and potentially a rant, depending on how long we go. We have no control over this. Whenever we get going, there is no stopping it.
It's true.
It is.
It's true.
It is. So
we're like the Juggernaut.
Oh yeah. except
Wrong company.
Yeah.
No.
It's true. All right.
We're like the Hulk. Oh wait, no. I mean, we're like the thing. I mean,
we could go with Doomsday. Doomsday is
No, we're like Doomsday.
We'll go with
There we
Doomsday.
go.
Yeah.
Doomsday.
Yep.
Well, Doomsday. Oh wait, Judgment Day. Doomsday and Judgment Day are kind of the same thing. It is inevitable.
All right.
Here we go.
Let's do the thing.
Let's do it. Do the thing.
It's taking some work, but I finally have them. The worst of the worst.
Ooh.
Amanda Waller.
Good. Good.
Viola Davis. She is such a great actress. I love her.
All right.
I kind of want some steak and potatoes right now.
Let's just say I put them in a hole and threw away the hole.
Acme had a yard sale.
There's rumors,
Yep.
Amanda, that some of them have
Firm but fair.
abilities.
Oh, yeah. I have seen things. Maybe Superman was some kind of beacon for them to creep back from the shadows. I want to assemble a task force of the most dangerous people on the planet who I think can do some good.
They're bad guys.
Exactly. And if anything goes wrong, we blame them. We have built-in deniability.
Yep.
What makes you think you can control them?
Because getting people to act against their own self-interest is what I do for a living.
This is true.
It's absolutely true.
Just so eerie.
That's really creepy.
Margot Robbie. I love her, man. I loved her in friggin' Wolf of Wall Street. Friggin' Will Smith. Can't believe they got him to play Deadshot.
That's pretty
That's kind of
crazy.
weird to me.
He seems like a weird fit to me, too, yeah.
Are you the devil?
Yep.
I mean, basically.
Well, Waller, in a way, she's not the devil.
All you
She's
need to
more
know is you work
a
for me.
necessary evil.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Right? Okay. We're going to come back to certain scenes later.
Oh, yeah.
And we need to dissect them a little more.
How do you fight
Look
in
at
those?
that. Look
I
at
have
that.
no idea.
Just so perfect in the look.
Yeah.
We're some kind of suicide squad.
Roll credits.
Let's go save the world.
That's a Batman.
I like
Okay,
the
all right.
animated Batman mask.
You're in so much trouble. Hope you got
There's-
insurance.
Oh boy.
Know what they say about the crazy ones?
Huh?
They're handling this really well.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you.
All right.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
Wow. All right.
Right. So, opinions, thoughts. Holy crap.
Daggone.
So was that Enchantress in the cage singing?
That was Harley Quinn.
No,
Was
that
that
was
Harley Quinn?
That was Harley Quinn. That was
Okay.
Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn.
Because I saw Enchantress like on the IMDb. I just wasn't sure who was who.
Let's take a look and see.
All
I
right.
thought
I don't know. I'm still really unsure about like the punk rock Harley and Joker.
Well, I think well, they're more alternative method. Well, you look at the different takes. You look at Heath Ledger's. Heath Ledger's is nowhere near the traditional Joker.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, if anything, Jack Nicholson's probably the traditional, more traditional take of the
And
Joker.
he, in this case, you're sort of getting like a Nicholson take on it.
You
like
are.
the delivery on his lines. You look at that and you're like, are you trying to be Nicholson?
Well,
I'm not sure that's a bad thing.
Well, you see, Joker. You see, the Joker that Heath Ledger portrayed was a little more. He was a little more taken in. He was lost in his own world. And he was drawn down by that. And he always had his head down, like, there's something about this. But no, this Joker, he's a little more. His eyes are wide open, and he's a live wire. And versus Heath Ledger's Joker, which was kind of a creeping killer. He very slowly got towards you and then delivered the final blow with the knife. You look at the time when Commissioner Gordon was. Well, it's no spoiler now. When Commissioner Gordon died in the first in the Dark Knight, yeah, but he turns out came back. You see, that Joker was a quiet build. This one is in your face, and I think that's what they're trying to portray with the tattoos and the hair and the teeth and everything.
But see, like this universe has been established for a while, where Nolan's was starting from scratch.
Yeah,
because you talked about in your rant about the was it Jason Todd Robin suit?
Yeah.
So they've dealt with the Joker before, so he's beyond like the evolution of the characters, way beyond Heath Ledger's.
Yeah. And you see that it's established. Well, it's not established on film, but it's established in
The continuity,
continuity and context. Yes.
And now, I think I heard somewhere that like Batman's supposed to make an appearance in this at some point.
He was on the Lamborghini, wasn't he?
Was that?
Yeah, that was him.
I thought that was the real one.
Was that?
Actually, let's go back.
Was that legit?
Okay.
Was that legit Batman? It looked good, but I know they had the imposters wearing like the animated masks. It looked like him, because she said something about bad insurance.
I hope you have insurance. I don't know if it was.
I do like the mask.
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah,
and
that's
let's
pretty
see, right. Oh, actually, there's the Joker right there.
Yeah.
The Joker actually makes a lot more appearances in the trailer than you think.
Yeah.
He actually makes a few earlier. I'll show them to you.
Which that's nice that you don't catch it the first time.
No.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and let's see, right here. Okay.
Yep,
that's Batman. Look at the ears.
because that looks pretty legit.
Well, now
That
is
is
that
Batman.
legit Batman, or is that somebody dressed up as Batman?
I think that's legit.
because I could see
I mean,
the Joker dressed up as
that's-
Batman.
that
and
looks-
thinking like, hey, what's going
I
on?
think that's.
The Joker's driving.
it looks
right?
a lot better than.
I think it is. Yeah,
think
because
it is.
look at the hair. Look at the hair
Yeah,
right there.
yeah,
It's
okay.
a shade of green.
Yeah.
I think it's Joker. And yeah, that's a Bugatti.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. The way that car's painted, it's pretty much a joke.
It looks pretty legit. I mean, it's closer. I mean, definitely he's not one of the imposters wearing the silly animated mask.
No.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, that shot of Harley Quinn by itself had me sold. I was like, okay, I can get behind this version because she's going like she's diving into the character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's going in deep with this character. She's enveloping herself in it.
I mean, no, I think she's gonna be good for the role. It does kind of bother me they have her run around in like booty shorts and like high heeled stilettos. Like,
They're going with the more Arkham Asylum in Arkham City.
right.
version of
I mean,
Harley.
which I appreciate.
Versus the bodysuit that she had in the original.
No, yeah, I get that. No,
Yeah.
I don't really care about like the different outfit change. And
Yeah.
don't worry, I appreciate those versions, but I just feel like it's not practical for
Well,
a supervillain to
okay.
fight in.
Here's the thing, and this is the point that
Booty
you're
shorts.
missing. Harley Quinn is nuts.
She's crazy.
Well, yeah,
So, I mean, is it practical? No. Does it make sense? No. Is that exactly why she's doing it?
Right.
Probably.
Have any of you fought Batman in booty shorts?
Well, you see, here's another.
Don't
thing
think
too.
so.
Well, here's another thing too. People who wear shorts like that are prone to kick. Like people who practice martial arts like shorts up that high, especially I've seen a lot of even male fighters. Darren Cruikshank's a good example, and George St. Pierre. Whenever they throw kicks, which Harley is a very athletic, she depends on her athleticism a whole lot, in which she's a naturally good athlete. From what I mean, you saw her hanging upside down and everything, and you saw her attack that guard, and she's on it.
Well, I mean, being a Harlequin, I mean,
that's but you see,
that's a little creepy right there.
Oh, that's
the goat.
super creepy.
Yeah,
nothing worse than a goat in a priest
and you
robe.
see right here. I think this is the takeover of Arkham, and you see, look on look who that is on the table. That's Harley. That's Harley on the table.
That is, isn't it?
Yeah, and look who's holding her down. The Joker.
Yep.
And as a matter of fact, there's a later shot here. Let's see. It's around here, I think, where he has her tied down, and he's got a belt in her mouth.
So do you think that Harley is who the Joker's talking to when he says, "I'm going to hurt you really bad"?
Probably.
It might be.
And that's the reason why Harley's trying to go after him. I think I don't know where they're going to go with this.
Of course, I mean that is kind of a thing because their relationship has a history of abuse.
Yeah, there's the Joker again.
Incredibly abusive.
Yeah. Oh, very.
So who's the Enchantress?
Right there. Let's see. Let me go back to it.
I saw the bit. I know.
Yeah, it's a real quick shot. You really have
that
right
was
there, and look at the tattoos.
That's the Joker.
That's the Joker.
That's Harley on the table. So yeah, I guess it's going to play back into their history.
Well, at least there she has a sensible wardrobe. So maybe you guys are right.
Okay, Enchantress.
I'm still going to root for Katana though because
Kara. Oh yeah.
Because see, I can't tell her apart from Harley Quinn, even if she's in.
Oh, she's the one. She's the one in the very beginning, right here.
Swinging around.
Yeah. Right there.
Right there.
Here. This.
Oh, in the cave.
Yeah.
What is she doing? Okay.
That's her.
Yeah, it's her.
So she's going to get zapped by something.
So is that her origin story? I guess.
I think so.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a part where they're like laying out. I don't know if they're going to follow it like A-Team style. You know, they're laying out portfolios on the table and saying,
right,
this is this person's history. This is this person's history. I don't know if they're going to do that, but they may just do like a flash of them in there and then like have them flash back to it. There could be all sorts of different ways.
So they are going to be introducing like legit magic. It's not going to be.
I don't know if it's going to be legit magic. I think it's probably going to be more along the lines of trickery than magic, like throwing objects, like razor sharp cards or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
It could really go any way. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's see. Let me go back to. There we are.
So is there any evidence of like Will Smith's character Deadshot? Was he black in the comics?
Oh,
or
no.
was he
Floyd Lawton. Let's see. There's been different interpretations.
I just didn't know because I knew Nick Fury had, and that was the Samuel L. Jackson thing.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, that was way before.
That had been established a while. I just didn't know if there was anything.
Yeah.
Floyd Lawton. There he is.
Because they did a good job with him in Arrow.
Yeah, I really like the one from Arrow.
It kills me because this movie better be good because they're having Arrow steer away from like the Suicide plot lines, the Suicide Squad plot lines, because they don't want it to interfere with the movie kind of or do it at the same time. So because they were
Floyd Lawton, it's a reinterpretation. You see, they re-envisioned him as Will Smith,
like the New 52.
Yeah, kind of in a sense. It's establishing him in the DC cinematic universe now.
Yeah.
And for future roles, I think Will Smith will be game for it because
I just thought it was interesting that I don't know. I mean, Will Smith does a lot of action movies, so
and plus he can be a physically intimidating person because he's very tall by Hollywood standards. I mean, you look at how tall Robert Downey Jr. is, 5'7", 5'8", and then you look at friggin' Will Smith, 6'3", 220 pounds. I mean. And
that's pretty intimidating by any standards.
In very good shape. I mean, it's just like goes back to the Winklevoss twins. I'm 6'5", 220, and there's two of me. That line, I love that line. But it just got physical intimidation. People who are big and strong and can look like that and can pull that off. Will Smith is one of them. It's just originally in his career he was the goofball, and then later he was like a sex symbol after Bad Boys. And then he was like Hollywood leading man, well dressed and all that. And now he's trying to reinvent himself again after all the films he's been a part of, like After Earth. which I don't think I need to mention.
Yeah.
But you did.
I did, but I'll have to continue talking about it.
Yeah.
But I love Will Smith. Will Smith is a good actor when he dedicates himself. I mean, look at Ali, for God's sakes. He did awesome as Ali. But, okay. Back on the Suicide Squad now. Everything I'm seeing so far, I mean, I'm seeing all the characters. You know, Deadshot, Harley Quinn, Rick Flag.
Rick Flag is
Boomerang.
going to be really cool. Boomerang.
Captain
As in
Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang. As in one of the lamest.
I don't know. On Arrow, he was pretty cool.
Well, Boomerang, the thing about Boomerang is how he's portrayed. If he's portrayed as, you know, the stereotypical Australian huckster who's like, "Oi, mate, how you doing today?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you now." No. If instead
That's not
he's
a knife.
if instead
This is a knife.
if he's instead the calm, cool, and collected Australian, who has a little bit of a psychotic edge to him. In this, I think they're giving him a more cynical approach, because you saw there was Jay Courtney who was playing him.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Courtney, I think he's a good actor as well. Whenever he isn't forced into portraying freaking what's his name, John McClane's son, which I saw that movie and I was so disappointed. Not in Jay Courtney, but just in the movie altogether. It was dead on arrival. But yeah, and him playing Captain Boomerang, or in this one they're just calling him Boomerang.
Yeah.
I think they're dropping the Captain because it sounds a little hokey. I mean, I can get that.
Well, I wouldn't run around being like America.
It'd be like
It's got to be
Australia,
Captain
mate.
America.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
Captain
know.
Boomerang.
Well, Boomerang isn't a country.
It's just, let's see. There's Captain Boomerang.
Well, you
there's
could run around
Captain
being-
Cold. There's the Trickster. There's Mirror Master, and you've got all these guys that are out there fighting the Flash, and you're just like, really?
And then there's Katana, which
That one sort of shocked me.
Well, I think
That was like the one I was most excited about.
I mean,
like,
Katana's
that was
going to
like,
be really, really cool, but you know, Katana actually has some establishment as, you know, if not, you know, a hero, then an anti-hero.
Yeah. And Katana, I think the reason why they're using, because the original Suicide Squad, it wasn't Katana, it was Killer Frost.
That's right.
And I think instead of having Killer Frost, who has like magic, like frost abilities,
Yeah.
you know, ice abilities that can manifest at her will, they're instead going with a more realistic approach. That's why they're including Katana on this. And
Well, she seems to be suffering some kind of anguish from the trailer. So
Yeah.
I think she's conflicted.
yeah, I
in a
think
lot of ways.
she's done something that she's trying to repent.
Yeah. And maybe well, it all depends on how the Suicide Squad approaches this. You see, Floyd could be approaching, or Deadshot, Floyd Lawton could be approaching this as a shot at redemption, because as you saw him hugging a child, probably his child, you saw Katana conflicted in the trailer, you saw Boomerang conflicted in the trailer, and then you saw the ones who could potentially embrace this. You know, Harley, she was enjoying it, walking around the streets with a baseball bat, pointing it at people and gesturing like a shotgun. And Killer Croc's just a psychopath, and he just loves devouring people. I mean, however the squad goes about it, and however the conflict in the Suicide Squad goes, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, if Floyd Lawton and the rest of them approach it as a shot at getting back out in the world instead of being locked up in a hole forever. I locked him up and I put him in a hole and
threw away the
with a
hole.
Yeah,
Which was a really good line.
yeah, because it's just like put him in jail and then erased all traces of where they went. Yeah.
So, but what do you think their MO is? Because Will Smith's like, let's go save the world.
I think.
And then, Batman's here to stop him, so it can't be that good.
No, I don't think it's Batman's there to stop. I think that's part of Harley's origin story. Because as we saw, it was the Joker who was in the car. What I think it is, their mission is going to be to stop the Joker. Their mission is going to be to stop the Joker.
Well, you know, when you're dealing with, you know, radioactive material, I mean, it kind of, you know, that's basically what the Joker is. It's like you can only contain it for so long before there's a meltdown.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is. They're going to be after the Joker in this film. And Jared Leto may very well die at the end of this.
Well, now,
go on.
bring the video back up.
Okay.
Because I want to check something.
Which part did you want?
So, all right. There are multiple shots where it's the entire Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's near the
And the
end
question is the Joker with them?
No, I didn't see him in there. Let's see. And yeah, there's the Joker, and then here they are, all walking together. And let's count them up.
If he's there, I don't
There's
see
There's Boomerang. There's Harley. There's
Deadshot.
Deadshot. Let's see who's that in the back. See, I know Rick Flag's up front.
Yeah.
Rick Flag up there with Katana.
And there's Killer Croc, El
and
Diablo.
Diablo. See,
Slipknot, maybe?
Slipknot.
Adam Beach. Does that look like Adam Beach? No. It's the guy's got a beard. Dope beard, by the way. See, Jay Hernandez. Anyone else?
Wait, scroll down a little bit.
Well, it says additionally, you've got all those guys casting unspecified roles.
Jai Courtney. Yeah, it's Jai Courtney with the beard, maybe. So then the other guy might not be Boomerang.
No. This is Boomerang over here. Boomerang's right there. You can tell that's him.
All right. I don't know.
Yeah, you can see because he's got the mutton chop thing going on.
So
this guy's just got a full beard back here.
Who is that guy?
There's several behind him.
Yeah.
Well, it said down the bottom they have what?
There's a couple people who haven't been.
Well, like 5.
Oh yeah, Scott Eastwood. That's Clint's son. Clint Eastwood's son.
Who?
Ike Barinholtz.
Who plays Katana?
Katana.
Her face looks. Is that the girl from Pacific Rim?
Karen. Oh no, that's Rinko Kinkuchi, I think. Let's see. Let's look her up. Karen Fukuhara.
What's she been in? She looks familiar.
Karen Fukuhara, Japanese-American actress. She doesn't have a Wikipedia page, which sucks.
What?
Okay. She resides in Toronto, Canada, from Los Angeles.
Notably as the host for World Sports MLB on NHK and the Disney Channel in Japan.
Well, there you go.
So this is
her American debut. This is really her film debut.
Yeah, this is kind of her big break.
Yeah, so there you go.
Huh. All right,
Karen Fukuhara.
Cool.
So yeah, that's that's interesting. I mean, they're a complete unknown is Katana, which I don't know who else they could have got because name a Japanese American actress. I mean, they may have gotten Brenda Song, but I don't think
legitimately from Japan.
No. Well, they could have gotten a Japanese actress, like they did for the Wolverine films. They could have got Rinko Kinkuchi or let's see, what's her name? She was in she was in Kill Bill. She played Go-Go, the psycho girl.
Mm-hmm.
They could have gotten her potentially, but yeah. But all that aside, I mean, you look at this. It's a murderer's row of good actors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jared Leto as the Joker. When I heard Jared Leto was going to play the Joker, and when I saw what they were going for, I was surprised. But at the same time, I'm interested to see what they're going to do. And Jared Leto is a physically fit individual. Me and Micah talked about this. A physically fit individual who could potentially match Batman outside of the Batsuit. Because Jared Leto's the guy is how old now? 45? 43. He's 43, and he looks like that. Good genetics, man. Must be those Southern genetics. We Southern boys, we age well. Like a fine wine. Or wait, no, like a fine barrel of Jack Daniels.
Well, now there's one point that we haven't even touched on yet.
What's that?
Amanda Waller.
Ah, yes. Played by Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Love Viola Davis. Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller's a very, very interesting character.
Yes, she is. She's not really a bad guy or bad person.
She worked for the government. What are you talking about? Of course she's a bad guy.
No, she thinks she can do her best through the government. She could very well be doing other things elsewhere as long as it benefited humanity's survival and the advancement of the United States. I mean, she's a patriot first and foremost, and she.
See, you're saying all these things, and Micah is just making this face like, how am I supposed to like her exactly?
The Kraken is displeased.
Well, you're not supposed to. Well, in truth, you're not really supposed to like.
Yeah,
her
no, you're really supposed to hate Amanda
because
Waller.
she's a bureaucrat. She's a bureaucrat before she is. Well, she's a person who views the numbers before she actually looks people in the eye and shakes their hand.
And she won't. And not only that, she looks at the numbers and then she makes sure that she's got the upper hand before she'll do just about anything.
Yeah, and the only person who's really been able to outsmart her is Batman.
Yeah.
Like I said, her and Batman are almost intellectual equals. It's just Batman has a lot more at his disposal than Amanda Waller. You see, Batman has secrecy on his side, and while Amanda Waller doesn't have that as well, it's just every day. It's just Batman goes out there and does it himself, whereas Amanda Waller is kind of like the command, the command and conquer person on the battlefield, just like there. And with the Suicide Squad, I think she's trying to create, not to steal from Heath Ledger, but an element of chaos. Like she's trying to
controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos.
Yeah.
To try and do some good.
Well, I mean, in the comics for the Suicide Squad, a lot of the ways that she'll sort of get people on her side is to, like the classic like bomb collar. Yeah. So, she's not straight up evil, but she's definitely not good.
I don't know.
Like,
bomb collar's pretty evil.
Bomb collars on the bad guys to get them to do good things. It's one of those. They said it. They said it on Burn Notice at one point. Sometimes you have to do good things for bad reasons, bad things for good reasons. It's sort of like that.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. But this movie is going to be complex and interesting, and I like it.
Very. I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah.
So do you think it'll be like Batman, Gotham Knights, sort of? How it'll be individual stories of like each character? Because you keep talking a lot about flashbacks.
Well, I think the flashbacks, they may do it at the beginning all at once,
but it won't dominate the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they may just pepper it throughout the film. Like you learn more about this person a little bit at a time. Yeah. And it's at a comfortable rate where, so that's what happened. Oh, but what about, so that's what happened. Yeah. And it peppers in. David Ayer, who's the filmmaker on this, he's the director and the writer. Great filmmaker. Grade A filmmaker. Love the guy's work. Whenever he has full control over a film, it comes out great. The one film here recently he didn't have full control of was Sabotage, which was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie about him. It had him, Sam Worthington, and he didn't have full control over that.
Are you saying he might have been sabotaged?
He was by the studio, and he swore never to work. I think he swore never to work with them again. But with this, he has full control, and when David Ayer has full control, great things can come out of it. I mean, he's writing it, he's directing, and he's a comic book fan himself.
That's important.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just like Paul Dini. Paul Dini's probably the greatest comic book writer of this era, I'd say. He's up there.
He's definitely up there.
Alan Moore's another one. Love Alan Moore. I'd also say Frank Miller to an extent. But yeah, hey, potato, whichever way you prefer it. But yeah, Suicide Squad. Very happy to see that they're bringing this together, and it looks good. It doesn't look like the steaming heap of train wreck that everyone was predicting it would.
I did not see a Suicide Squad movie coming at all.
No, I didn't.
This is not the movie that I expected to happen.
No, I didn't either.
But I'm excited.
They have to do something to compete with Marvel, though.
They have, yeah.
And it can't be a carbon copy of what Marvel's doing.
No, it can't. It has to be a different interpretation, and at the same time has to be profitable. Because Warner Brothers right now has rights to every single DC property. And that's just like Disney has almost every one of them except for Spider-Man, X-Men, and Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
See, and now that they're doing the DC universe, like I said, they put the kibosh on it I thought they put the kibosh on it with the Man of Steel movie, but that's dealing with a broken character, Superman. Yeah. I've never liked Superman as a character. I've never found him that interesting of a character.
So you're Team Goku?
I am Team Goku. Well, but Goku's not my favorite character of Dragon Ball Z. But because Goku has come from behind every single time.
Underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I root for the underdog because it shows how hard they're willing to work whenever it's for the greater good. Superman doesn't have to work. It's like, I can laser vision.
I can stop holding back now.
Yes.
The amount of times he's said that is irritating.
Yeah, and me and Ben went into great detail on this. The amount of probability for crystallized pieces of Krypton, a planet that exploded eons and eons away from our solar system. Do you know how hard it is for a fragment of rock to hit us just from the asteroid belt, which is in our own solar system?
Like, Krypton would have to have basically been the moon.
Yeah. To have as much kryptonite as has appeared in the comics, has appeared in everything.
And then on top of that, you know, they basically had to create a weakness for him.
They had to.
I mean, okay.
Wait, are you all re-ranting?
Yes.
We're reiterating. We're not going to go into the
I
full,
kind of
we went into the full thing, but
I kind of like the explanation in Smallville that, you know, lightning only strikes twice in the same place when there's a lightning rod.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the idea is that the meteor shower was kind of a byproduct of, you know,
sending him there.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Maybe like that's the best explanation I've heard so far.
Like fragments of the planet riding off the coattails of his ship.
Yeah, I guess.
I could see that. Because it would follow through the gravity.
Sort of creating
but see, that's the thing though, is like
Yeah.
with like hyperspace travel, there, you know, you presumably a window would open up where it would pull a bunch of stuff in with it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's instantaneously
That's
deposited with the ship.
sort of what my thinking is, but you're still looking at pulling about half the planet with him.
In terms of how much they had in the freaking comics. Yeah. So Superman, not a fan. I said Superman.
Supernan.
Super Nanny.
Super Nancy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so moving back onto the topic, Suicide Squad. Happy to see that they're taking it seriously. Happy to see David Ayer at the helm of it and doing fantastic work from what I'm seeing so far. And
it looks really good.
I
think it looks really good.
I'm less worried about it, but it hasn't won me over yet.
I'm with you.
Right? It's like
cautious optimism.
Yeah, well,
cautious optimism.
It's always good to have caution when approaching something like this. I mean, I had the highest hopes for Superman or the Man of Steel after I saw the trailers because of the parallel. You know, does this mean I'm not your son? You are my son. I when Kevin Costner hugged him, I was like, that is heartbreaking and so heartwarming at the same time. And I about cried when I saw that. And now I'm seeing this, and I'm excited again. And it may pay off, it may not, but. The only thing you can really do is have faith in the filmmaker.
Yeah, and I don't know that DC can afford for this one not to go well.
I don't think so either.
It's only a matter of time until Disney buys them anyway. So
well, I mean, think about it. If Man of Steel, which was their first big push towards the DC movie universe, that one didn't go so well.
They like I said, they almost put the kibosh on it, and it almost never happened.
And now, is Suicide Squad coming out before Batman vs. Superman?
No, Batman vs. Superman. They're coming out both the same year. Let's see, Batman vs. Superman.
Let's get some dates on this because.
There it is. Comes out on
March 25th, and the other one is in August. I noticed. Okay. All right, so there's a little bit more play here, because if Suicide Squad was coming out before Batman versus Superman, that is a dangerous thing to do.
Yeah.
With this, Batman versus Superman, I feel like is probably, you can safely say it's probably going to do better than Man of Steel.
I can say that. I think we can safely say that.
Yeah, because I mean, Batman versus Superman. That's been one of the biggest arguments. It's like, who's going to win this fight? So, but if they had put Suicide Squad out first and it hadn't done well, you've got two strikes on you, and that puts a lot more pressure on Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
But this, I think. Okay, that's a safer play. That's definitely the safer play.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Okay, and
they still can't afford for it to not do well, though.
And you know what the number one thing that Warner Brothers can learn from, if in terms of dealing with social media and releases of footage, treat it like Marvel. I mean, we were talking about this earlier. Marvel, when the footage got leaked, or when the trailer got leaked for Age of Ultron early, it was like, darn you, Hydra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, play it off.
Yeah. Instead, as a matter of fact, it was Mike who brought this up earlier.
Yeah.
He hit old coffee shop Jesus over here. He brought it up, and it's a good point. I mean, when you, because this just shows how desperate people are to see it, how desperate they are to see it, and you holding it back. I mean, when you release something at a convention, always release it the very next. Always release it like a day or 2 or 3 after the convention.
Yeah.
You need to have that planned out now, because no matter what, at conventions, things are going to get released.
Oh, yeah.
Things are always going to be like that. People are going to write full detailed descriptions.
Everybody's got a camera phone.
Yes,
everybody's got a
and
camera
there's
phone.
no way that you're going to get rid of that unless someone just EMPs the hell out of it and fries the things.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that would be disastrous.
Yeah, that'd be catastrophic.
Yeah. But you have to play it off. You go, okay, well, I mean, these things happen. We're going to get good publicity out of it, instead of, okay, due to circumstances beyond our control, we're going to go ahead and release the thing.
Yeah, you give the bureaucrat answer instead of the excited studio. It's just like, well, we see how many. As a matter of fact, they could have played it off, just be like, hey guys, we were going to release this in a few days. I mean, hey,
yeah,
they wanted it so bad.
They should have been like, we caught the guy and handed him over to the Batman. The rest of y'all enjoy this, but behave from now on.
I mean, I don't know.
This should have been the Joker, like,
gotcha,
like the Joker playing a joke on Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like,
yeah,
gotcha. All right.
But instead, because people watch that sort of thing just as much as they watch the content of the trailer.
They do, and it's just handling it better would have been so much better for them. But now it just goes to show they're executives, not comic book fans.
Yeah,
and it's just like here. Whenever we're given harsh criticisms or anything like that, we kill them with kindness. But yeah, I think we've ranted about this enough.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
It's been a good while. So
yeah.
I think we're going to kill it there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We hope you are excited for it. I know I am, and I know Ben is.
Yeah.
I know Ben is. These two here, they're reserving judgment.
Oh, I'm totally going to see it. I mean,
yeah. But like I said, if you like this video, click down below and give us a like. And also subscribe to the channel if you wish to see more awesome content. Also, look in the description for more of our endeavors, our social media links, and our second page. And until next time, Internet, we'll see you later. Peace out.